Welcome back to Lowcountry Money Talk. Always learning so much very valuable information from Phil here from Revolutionary Financial Group. So in our prior segment, we've talked about if you're considering retirement and lump sum. So if someone's already taken a lump sum, they've got that in their account, market's going down, looks like is money going to work last? What are we talking about now?
Oh, a lot of things, Lisa. So in the past, we always talk about buckets of income, where to take our money from. So first of all, you know, if we don't need to take money from our stock market side of our accumulation or our savings or our portfolio, let's stop that now, because that side is going down, you know, on average 22% is what the S&P 500 is down. So let's not take income from something that's depleting in value first, okay? Because if we take water out of a bucket that has a big hole in it, it'll get empty faster. Yeah. That's technical. Yeah. Technical terminology.
With the hopes that that will shift and it'll change.
Okay, so what we need to do first, if we're under 72, we're not required to take anything out of our IRA.
Okay.
So if our IRA is invested in the market or part of it and we're not required to take it out, and we have other funds that we can draw from that's already been taxed, like savings, checking, whatever, and we're not getting much return. Let's take that money first.
Or any hardly at all, really, quite honestly,
you know,
right?
A lot of people have way too much. You know, they have way too much in their checking and savings. Yeah. And in their mind, they're thinking, well, I feel comfortable if I see X amount of money in my checking or savings.
Yeah, I'm one of those people, have to be honest.
Stop it. So, well, see, that's going to hurt us in an inflationary environment because we're not getting a return on that. Okay, so it's right. You know, if we have $100,000 in checking and we're getting a 0% return, and we're at 8% inflation, by the end of the year, it's worth $92,000. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing we want to do, though, is if we're not required, because if we take it out of an IRA, not only we're losing because it's down in value, 20% or so, how much do we have to pay the federal government to take withdrawals from our IRA? So that could cost us another 20%, right? So now we're down 40% to get this dollar. So this dollar out of the IRA, because of inflation, we'll say 8%. Because of the market went down 20%. So now that dollar's down 28%, but then we add another 20% for taxes. Yeah. So we take $1 out of our IRA, maybe it's only worth 52 cents, okay? Now, I have $1 that's in my checking account. I have way too much money in my checking account, let's say. How much do we have in our checking account?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. We should have about 6 months expenses.
Yes, of course. Emergency
expenses, okay, not pay, but expenses for your emergency, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so I've got, 5 years expenses in my checking account. So first of all, if we take $1 out of there, maybe we're only losing the 8% to inflation because we've already paid taxes on that money, right? So would you rather lose 8% or would you rather lose 48%?
Well, clearly the 8,
right?
Yeah.
So that if we can take money that way, that's the best. Other people, they may not have that excess in their checking. So then we have to see, do we have other places that we can take money from that is more tax friendly, especially when we're in an inflationary period. Yeah. So we've got to figure that out. Too many times people just reach for the IRA and say, well, that's all where all my money is. I'm just going to take it from there. And I'm like, why would we take it from there? Because if we take it from there, we lose money from taxes, inflation, and market downturn. So let's not do that, first of all. The one thing that we like to do is we say, hey, come in, let's take a look at your portfolio. Let's go over where we can take our money from more efficiently so that we lose less. Because most retirees, they need to transition from, let's say, financial planning to distribution planning.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. And I think it's also worthy of mentioning, we were talking, it's important to remind people not to panic, but just to be proactive.
Yeah. Well, once we get involved in the process and we take control over it, we empower ourselves and we're like, yeah, we know this is a problem, but instead of ignoring it or saying, hey, it's going to get better, we grab it and we develop a strategy and a plan and say, hey, this is how we're going to knock it out. This is how we're going to deal with it. And if we just sit back and feel helpless and let it come to us, usually it doesn't work.
So we've been talking about retirement and what to do, and so we would like people to know that they can please call in to receive their complimentary portfolio analysis.
And Rachel will be the one that kind of gets back in touch with them on that. So.
All right, get a hold of Rachel. But you all stay here. We're going to be right back.